Okay, so spot on. Yes, yes. Excited, feeling happy, and thank you so much for tuning in today. Thank you for watching this video. That's your friends, families, and supporters, followers. Spot on. With oh no lack. But yes, for us here in Nigeria, which was a long time coming. No, it's a long time. We have a rep in the the main draw of the Champions League here in Africa, and of course, just as we said, it would, expect okay, maybe Real Stars can still make it, but we need to really be too much to do. When the Brazilians, this Mamelodi Sundowns, has scored 5 years, in Abeokuta, it was going to be tough for them to get 4 goals. They could not even get anyone at all. Because that one finished 7-1. So for Rivers United, they had the luck of draw to come and play the second game. Yeah, and yes, they were able to make home advantage count, even though it's not really home, with the CAF accreditation. But Rio and they just got it done. It wasn't as easy as the Black Bulls too. We didn't go down without a fight. I'm happy. Finally, we have a rep in the CAF Champions League. Apart from the for us the historic implications here in Nigeria, the club itself, gained so much financially, which they can, which will help them. I'm happy. Just happy that this Nigeria will be there, when they are putting Sundowns. Yes, we have at least we have Rivers United, Esperance, Alali. That name will be there. That's at least one Nigerian team in the group stages of the CAF African Champions League here in yes. So great one there for Rivers United, and 3-1 finish United, so 3-2 now. Of course they go through real goals, so black goals. Okay, so Sundowns, of course we knew that they would happen. I mean, you're not a finalist, you're not an ex-champion of this at this stage for nothing. Don't forget that Sundowns were in the US just last summer, for the Club World Cup. So it's our pedigree, and Evo Stars could not just you overhaul the deficits. Simba is there too, but of course, the big news was about Pirates. Pirates rivals to Sundowns in South Africa. How just 3-3 finished, but the penalties they couldn't just beat up, and yeah. So since Eloy Lipopo, getting the penalty win over Orlando Pirates. So for Sundowns is there, but Rivers United is also here. So I said in my team, it's not a time for Rivers to rest on their oars. This is time for work now. The draw takes place on Monday, November 3rd, so you can be sure that it's not going to be, as they say here in, what my mind is. That's it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy for Rivers. We know that already. So, but they've laid out a marker. So and they've been consistent. Even here in the league, yes, in 3 seconds, but they've been consistent. And what I was that they hardly lose. They didn't lose in their own stadium. They just just for that, the Bayelsa beat them. Bayelsa United were able to beat them in Port Harcourt. But apparently Bayelsa United have their number. But anyway, Rivers have it. They have the so congratulations to Coach Philly George, our ex international. Of course, we know that he left the national team job in controversial circumstances. That's why I lost to better. Mm. Okay, that was the World Cup. Okay, so that's what today is about celebrating Rivers and just letting them know that this is when the real work starts. You cannot just put down the hours. Have to keep rolling. Okay, Rivers, keep rolling. Rivers United have to keep rolling. You cannot put down your oars at all. We'll see when draws come out. We'll see how it goes. I hope that they're not the draw with Sundowns. Let's just wait and see. Let's wait Sundown. We have other teams there as well. Al Ali and established Al Ali going for a 13th title this round. So I mean, Esperance is there. Yes, Kabir is there. So simply we have so many teams that are there, but it's going to be we have to just buckle up and do not drop this level. We're happy that Rivers United made it through and celebrate them and wish them all the best as we look forward to the draws on Monday. Yes. Okay. So yes, the MPFL, that's Nigerian But I think Rivers will play tomorrow. I think they play Ikoyi City. Yes, all the scheduled matches. The fact that of course, they couldn't honor their domestic obligations, so they play Ikoyi City. But I think that will be in Port Harcourt. So let us see. Rivers, okay, Rivers are 11th. Okay, not too bad. But Remo Stars are down there. But maybe when they play the outstanding three matches, Remo Stars have three matches to play. The outstanding Rivers also have three. But Remo has been, current champions, defending champions in Nigeria. Remo Stars. But let us see if they can, get 9 points from the outstanding three. That will move them up all the way there. Yes. I mean, that means it goes like straight to fifth or sixth. That's the way the table here in Nigeria is very tight. But going to the NPFL and results, I knew I was happy. I was spot on in some places, but I didn't get it in all. I must confess, I didn't get it all. I just knew that Abia Warriors would win. I was not surprised that Abia Warriors got the win because they've been doing very well. Abia Warriors, won the continents. Of course, they couldn't go through. So okay, so this Joliba, they won. Yeah, they won. I wasn't surprised because Bara was coming out with Kano. So they finished. I think surprise was the loss of Shooting Stars. I thought Shooting Stars would do well, maybe get a draw in Bauchi, but it wasn't to be. Shooting Stars, just with their momentum going up, losing the game, 2-0. And Con Califat, well, you must give them credit. It's not easy, when you are really promoted. But close to Bender, your new coach is, Oguboye is there, so maybe that's why they don't get it. Because I thought that Con Khalifa with that impressive like win last time. I thought they would yeah with yes they did very side win. I thought they would get 3 points, but no. Bender said no. So it was 1-1 to finish there. So yes, Enyimba FC, Enyimba the most successful Nigerian team ever. It's a back-to-back. Yes, it's about 20 years ago. Yes, but they are still doing Nigerian team who have won it. You know, even twice back to back. But they seem to be struggling, and the coach has been given 2 matches. He has this ultimate coach. Guma has 2 matches. He has to prove what they can do in these 2 matches. Okay, so they want to lose again on the platoon. They want to just and the river having lost. I think that's one of the things that we're talking about. How we didn't do well in the CHAN. That's for Nigeria now. That's the African competitions for players based here. Most players do not stay. Rebel Stars were, the bulk of their players when they qualified Nigeria. When it was time to play that tournament, leaving for winner pastures. That's one thing that affects us. That's what you saw in the Remo and Sundowns fixture. Most of the look at the national team of South Africa. The positions are very very good. They stay in South Africa. Most of them stay there. But here in Nigeria, it's not like that. Yes, Cameroon's players can't play in their stadium. They lost, and it's to lose to win. Take advantage of that. But I think the points have not been deducted yet. I'm looking at the table. They have not deducted the points. The points that I think it was 3 points that were asked. But I think you have to appeal. Cameroon players have to appeal. I know I spoke about it. I did a show on Cameroon players and how they have to engage their fans to take it easy. And I like the apology that was offered by GM, our esteemed ex-international that's Muscat, yes, Alan Musa, and he came and said, yes, he spoke to the fans, he apologized profusely, but that is not enough, that won't be enough. I showed them what I just suggested what Alan Musa and his team can do, because now it's costing them, because they can't play in the stadium in Kano, and Kasila, they now lose there. Okay, so and in fact, and they are 18th now on the board, they are blocked, and they haven't deducted the points. What if they deduct it? So they're 18, yeah. So Bendel have it all to do. Bendel at bottom as we speak, but they're going to get 1 point away at Con Califat. So it's a good one for Bendel, maybe the new coach. But for Iba, they don't turn things around. That's what happens. So this trend of first of all, he's coach of Kwara United, the coach of Bendel. So let's wait and see what happens to the coach of Enyimba. I do wish them the best. I mean, I know that I would support Enyimba. Yes, Enyimba, Enyimba. Those elephants need to pull their weight. You can't expect that because I never expected to lose. I didn't expect them to lose that one. I lost this last weekend. I was not shocked, but just surprised. So they have it all to do. Yes, anybody else have it all to do. Even if yes, they were away, but I thought at least they would draw. I mean, it was Plateau United. I thought they would go there and get maybe 1-1 or New, I think Rivers Rangers surprised me. They couldn't win at home. You know how it is. Yes, it was new. Yes, Quara is Thomas side. Quara United we just went to the cathedral, make sure that Rangers could not score. They to the new finished Enugu, new. So that means that was two drops points. I mean, drops points there for. I thought I think I could get them 3 points. Rangers should get that one. But I know Quara are very, very difficult to beat home or away. When I thought with a pedigree, uh, that's how it's, Rangers were champions just before Remo. So that's how it is. But Rivers United give them Rivers have been consistent and finally it has paid off. The Remo stars will have it's all over again. So they can come now and face their domestic assignments having lost out on the continent. Kudos to Rivers. The NFF chairman was there, everybody was happy. Yes, Rivers well. So it's not just for Rivers State, it's for the whole of Nigeria. And last time he was there, I think when Lobby Stars were there, last Nigeria team to make it to this stage. So, and someone was saying that it's not a shame that we're celebrating. It's unfortunate, actually, let's face it. This is something we should be getting to every year. If we have two of our reps go through who qualify at top two, it's not something bad. But the conditions, of the NPFL and all so many factors that we discussed in the past year. But I think it's a new beginning now for us here, and I hope I can continue. So kudos to Rivers United, kudos to their management. It's something they're doing there, players welfare. They're doing, and I hope that they continue. Even if it's not 100%, it can always improve. Especially with this with the what they'll be receiving now, from CAF. There's a lot of yes, it's like a windfall. It will help them, and the government should keep supporting. Of course, that's another story for another day. Let us support Rivers United. It's all for Nigeria. So yes, yeah, we'll come back and talk about the NPFL. I said tomorrow Rivers United will host Igolo City in the scheduled fixture, and that one will be tough. Rivers, if the Rivers are not, if they don't suffer from fatigue, traveling and all that, I see 3 points. It's going to be, yeah, it's going to be tough. But those they're going to beat, I don't think they can go and all the way to Port Harcourt and beat Rivers. It's possible. It's possible, but I just feel that Rivers United, they don't take 3 points. This new farm momentum, qualify for the CAF group stage. I think Rivers should get 3 points or it will be draw. 3 points, but Igolo have coming to also giving us interesting results. At the points before, yeah, even last season, they were actually contending for top four. Yes, in fact, what am I saying? They finished, yeah, just after Abia. So let's just wait and see what happens um, in that one. So, but tonight we have fixture, we have one of our own in action tonight, and it's all interesting to see how um, Lookman, how it was. He wanted to leave, he wasn't allowed to leave. But I liked what as it's getting, but Atlanta are drawing too many matches. Atlanta BC are drawing too many matches. Atlanta have become draw specialists, and it's going to be tough for them. Even though they play in Bergamo, AC Milan, they haven't lost top spot last weekend. They are surprising, shocking, almost losing to the bottom table, at the bottom of the table pizza. Can you imagine? AC Milan. In fact, the player that scored was not even someone they expected to score. You know, it was who scored. It was just quick thinking by him. And I salute him for that. Because if not for that, yeah, Sakami scored that goal. Bring back. If not for his quick thinking, AC Milan, it was an area would have lost that match. It would have been a shame. But anyway, was fed, the person was fed, and here they had to fight another day. So it's going to be fight to the finish today as if AC Milan go to Inter, try to, go to, I said Inter, go to Atalanta, try to regain top spot. But Napoli, well, surprisingly, did very well. Napoli came back from that horrendous loss, in Holland. I'm going to, surprisingly, this is Inter Milan. Yes, Inter Milan did not just lose, but Napoli had, the Bruyne, of course, with the injury, after scoring first, and Scott McTominay doing very well. This Manchester United players who have left. Anyway, Manchester United are not doing well. Okay, in case you missed it, okay, Manchester United are doing very well. And as Coach Amorim walked out after the match on, after the broken pressing at top side, fighting, see goals. I was surprised with that result. As I was walking off to the pitch, clapping the fans were, hey! For the first time in I think 2 years, they were singing, "Oh, Amorim, oh, man, you know." I was impressed. I said, this match should have stayed in Portugal. It's Portugal, but I think it's getting it now. But back to the Serie A today. Yes, Lecce also hosts Napoli, so it's fighting for top spots today. Let's also see who wins. But I think Napoli should be able to, even with the depleted squad, and Lukaku is injured and all that. I think they will Scott McTominay there. I think they will, and yeah, Holland is also not there. He's also injured. They also another man you guys doing very well. But I think Napoli will have so much should have, but don't be surprised. Look at what happened to AC against Pisa that they almost lost. But with the way Napoli beat Inter, I was shocked. So maybe I think it should be a straight one for this one. But AC Milan, you can't really predict because this fixture they lost it last season. Oh my god, they lost to Atalanta last season. But Atalanta too did not do much with their momentum last season. Just towards the end, they just filtered off, and they have never won this title. Atalanta have never won the Serie A. It's unfortunate, and let's see what happens. So Lookman there is there, so we are automatically we have to be invested because everyone is there. So let us see what happens. Yes, lots of matches in the German Cup, the FK Pokal Cup today. But the one that caught my eye, I think, was 8 matches, was Frankfurt against Dortmund. Frankfurt, lost to Liverpool. Liverpool, losing again in the English. Well, Frankfurt losing 5-1 in their own stadium. And okay, this St. Pauli at the weekend. But this one against Dortmund, I don't know how they're going to do it with the way they've been conceding. So I think Dortmund will just Dortmund yellow and black will just make this cup side. But let's how it is in cup sides, things happen, stranger things happen, yeah. But I think Dortmund will have to just be so strong for Frankfurt, even at home. I think yeah, it's well played. Lots of matches taking place for us here. Yes, before I forget our Flamingos. Yes, they did very well to get after that painful loss to yes France. They went to but Italy will be a tall order. I think it's April Nigerian time. April will be a tall order. But if it can be composed and reduce the errors, I think the errors have been really the undoing of Nigerian team. You lack in concentration, especially for that Canada game. Considering goals like that, so we need to but let's wait and see. I wish them all the best. You know, even getting here is good, but if you can go further, why not? But for the young ladies, at the 70 World Cup, so let's wait and see. But that is my take for Italy will be top. Even though Italy won all the matches, also and yeah, just finished just finished as one of the top best teams. So that's why I see that it will be tough. But we know that it has happened before that top best teams have gone on to win to beat teams who finished at the yes, teams finished at the top of the table and not out. Yeah, it has happened before and it will happen again. So it's football and anything can happen. Or in sports. So it's spot on. Let's wait and see what happens. And yeah, the Falcons, I think that should be done as they play Benin today in the second leg of the AFCON qualifiers. Because that one will also the AFCON next year is going to be served as also a qualifier for the World Cup that will be held in Brazil for the Women World Cup. We'll just wait and see how that goes. I remember that yes, okay, yeah, that's the European League now. We also the women have their own cup, European League, and I don't know how you have Euros, you have League Cup. Spain, of course, this really France losing now to Germany. But okay, so that's the semis anyway. So yes, we talk about it's so much tennis coming up in the top eight for the women now. We are sure of the women's draw in Saudi. Yeah, yeah. Golf is defending champion there, so I'm looking forward to that one. Let's see what happens as they close the season down in tennis. But this week, I think Mboko and Fernandez, two of the Canadians still got through in Asia. They're still playing. But for those top players, I think they're just relaxing now. Rebecca even pulled out after winning